What's going on, you guys? So according to sources, Mike Coppinger, Stephen Espinoza, Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford are in direct negotiations. Hit that like button for your boy. Give me the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. But the fight between Spence and Crawford, oh yeah, I know. At this point, it's been about 5 years since we first really started talking about these two guys eventually fighting each other. And here we are today. Still nothing solid as to if this fight's going to happen. But Stephen Espinoza, the executive for Showtime, gives us some information, right? And also Mike Coppinger, right? Mike Coppinger, I don't know, right? I don't really know if I believe any of this stuff, but I got to give you guys the information. Mike Coppinger says this quote, "I'm told that Terrence Crawford has no interest in fighting Alexis Rocha and that he still wants to fight Errol Spence next. I actually spoke to Errol Spence this week directly to try and get things moving along." Hey, Crawford has no interest in fighting Alexis Rocha, folks. And if I didn't know any better, for the past couple of weeks, fans say, oh, Crawford's picking Rocha. Crawford doing this. Crawford doing that. Do you really think Terrence Crawford would like to continue to hear this nonsense, right? That he would like to fight a guy like Rocha? Nah, he don't want to fight Rocha. But unfortunately, the rules of boxing, the WBO sanctions body, Alexis Rocha, the guy that's up next in line. And then he says, him and Spence agree on a purse split that they agreed is fair. And they're going to try and get this done now and hammer it out. Team Crawford sent a form sheet over to the other side. Yes, folks. Crawford is doing the most to make this fight happen, people. Don't believe the lies, man. This is what I've been telling y'all. Mike Coppinger said Team Crawford sent the term sheet over to those dudes. Whatever the case may be, right? Whatever the case may be. And then he says, do I think it would happen? No, I don't. I think we're going to see Errol Spence go through with the Keith Thurman fight, and then maybe Terrence Crawford will have to fight Alexis Rocha to keep his title. So according to Mike Coppinger, he don't think it's going to happen. He thinks Spence is going to go through with the Thurman fight, and Crawford's going to have to fight. That's the key word. Have to fight Rocha to keep his title. Now, if you've been living under a rock, if Crawford doesn't fight this guy, if this fight is mandated, unless the powers that be and Errol Spence Crawford really are in direct negotiations and they work something out, unification trumps mandatory, then he's going to have to fight this guy who will get stripped of his WBO title. And by him getting stripped, he'll lose all the leverage that he has in the welterweight division and also his WBO super status. He won't be able to go up to the next weight class to take a shot at the champion that's holding the WBO title there. Bad move for Bud Crawford if he don't fight Rocha, if he comes to that situation where he has to fight Rocha. So he got to fight Rocha. Then it says, but there are still efforts being made by Crawford. He wants to fight, and Team Spence does too, says Coppinger. So Team Crawford wants to fight, Team Spence wants to fight. Now, if you ask me, I don't really see Team Spence, just the energy that they're putting out. Now, it could just mean nothing or it can mean everything. But the energy that they've been putting out leads me to believe that they don't really want it like that. I don't know. I feel like if you really wanted something as a man and if you're able to go get it, then you go get it. Simple as that. And then it says, Spence don't want the fight. Change his name to Errol Spence, said Timothy Bradley about his belief that Spence don't want to fight Crawford. He don't want the fight. You got Eno Wayne Fulton about the showdown. It didn't take that long for that fight to get done. Errol don't want the fight, people. Wow, I don't know where this came from. But Timothy Bradley is very outspoken and vocal as usual. And Timothy Bradley clearly listens to YouTube videos and sees what fans be saying. He called him Errol Spence. This is something you guys created, right? Errol Spence and all this stuff, right? This is what you guys created. And now Hall of Famers like Timothy Bradley is using you guys as catchphrases, man. Salute to you guys, man. Okay, Rocha, I think it's a great fight for Crawford. Why not? It's a stay busy fight for Crawford. Keep making your money, keep collecting your checks, keep sharpening your tools, just in case Errol Sprint looks your way. Wow. Wow. Timothy Bradley is coming for Errol the Truth, Big Fish Spence Jr., you guys. This is my first time seeing this, okay? This is my first time seeing it. I heard about it, and I told you guys probably about a few weeks ago that I'm hearing whispers that they are in negotiation, but I didn't want to press too hard on that because we heard this before, right? But some of the truth is starting to come to the light, you guys. And then it says, I heard through the grapevine that Crawford was thinking about going and signing with Golden Boy. I think they need each other. I really do, I think. Golden Boy has a couple fighters there that Crawford can fight. One is Rocha and the other one is Virgil Ortiz. And also, y'all going to think I'm crazy. What about Jaime Munguia? Crawford moving up in weight to fight Munguia. Wow. Will Golden Boy be willing to sacrifice Jaime Munguia to fight Terrence Bud Crawford? How would that fight play out? I never even thought of that, right? Jaime Munguia don't even want to fight guys in his weight division. Jaime Munguia don't even want to fight champions like Demetrius Andrade. He turned down title shots. Crazy, right? But maybe Jaime Munguia would be interested in because he has a lot of advantages physically over a guy like Terrence Bud Crawford. He may not be the better fighter or none, but he has a lot of advantages going into that crazy-ass matchup. Crazy. Golden Boy has him as well, said Bradley. I think it's a great move if it is true that he's signing with Golden Boy. And we'll see what happens with this whole negotiation with Crawford and Rocha. I'll take it as a fact that Alex Rocha is a southpaw, and maybe that'll help prepare for a southpaw like Errol Spence, said Bernardo Osuna. We can all stay optimistic that one of the biggest fights that can be made will hopefully get made in 2023. Okay, I can dream. So Osuna about hopes of Spence Crawford getting made this year. So, yeah, you guys. They are in direct negotiations, according to Mike Habinger, Espinoza, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They agreed on the split. They believe it's fair. And like I told you guys before, the best case scenario for everybody, the fans, the fighters, the suits, is these guys get this thing done. Now, if they got to fight Keith Thurman, fine. Fight Keith Thurman in the meantime, but make sure that Crawford fight is signed. Crawford, in the meantime, can go fight Rocha. And then we could have a showdown between Spence and Crawford at the end of the 2023 or sometime later on this year. That's the best case scenario for everybody. Anything else is moot. Anything else is nonsense. Anything else will be prolonging the inevitable. But yeah, you guys, hopefully this is some really solid news. Hopefully Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is working this thing out. I mean, we got guys like Fulton and Inoue making fights, man. We got John Jones coming back after 3 IDs. We got all kinds of fighters making big moves, but we need to see the biggest move in boxing will be for Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Bud Crawford to fight in 2023. Like, subscribe, holla your boy. Peace out.